okay with being oppressed.
And you know what? That may be why it was so much. And this is go to sort of dynamics of King and Malcolm X at the same time. Mm-hmm. Malcolm X said the complete opposite.
Exactly.
He said, "Look, man, I can't do this."
Even more to that point, I think that illustrates or answers the question: why don't we have an MLK Day? Why don't we have a Malcolm X Day? Why don't we have a Huey P. Newton Day? Marcus Garvey. These people weren't talking peace, So they're not friends.
So what were they speaking though? Like, see that's the thing. Like,
mm-hmm.
like I understand that they weren't talking peace.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they were looking to make peace. Just leave us alone.
Just differently. Exactly. Malcolm X said, if they got guns, we need guns.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Point blank. And the reason I never really gave too much credence or weight to the Nobel Peace Prize given to black people. What does it really mean? What did you do? You made friends with the enemy?
Wow. So, dang, that's why I said it's your day. You got.
Because I'm wondering. Like, I always had this outlook: if my enemy calls you friend, you're my enemy too. Point blank.
Okay.
Obama just got the Nobel Peace Prize.
He did.
But what did he do for us? Literally.
But
for us. No.
I think you look at the us aspect, mm-hmm. like black people, like that statement you're making is very it's a very valid statement. But what do we do for him?
That's fine. That's the politics of it.
Nah, but the politics matter because we talking about a politician.
I dig it. I dig it. And I totally get not backing him economically, but even more so, like, so you only move when the dollar moves.
I mean, to be honest with you,
that's politics.
Look, I'm not a politician at
all.
Right. But for me, looking at it from a business standpoint, mm-hmm. I'm going to take care of who took care of me.
Mm-hmm.
And see that's people don't want to deal with that realization when they get into that conversation about that. It's like, okay, let's look at everything else that got done while Obama was in office.
Mm-hmm.
They took care of him.
Yeah. LGBT, the military.
Carl Lee says that we're better off financially, but everything else is getting worse.
It's not true.
I don't think we're better off financially.
Hold on. Now look, Carl Lee. I'm saying it with this in mind. If you look at inflation and all the other things, the net worth of black people has actually went down
a lot.
Like to say we're better off financially would be to say that just because we can have a job mean that we okay.
Right.
Like.
Okay.
Like, do you understand? Like
I definitely understand.
Like we're better off. We're more comfortable.
We're more comfortable.
Yeah. We're more comfortable, but
yeah.
To say that we're better off economically or financially, what did he say again? We make more money now.
He said everything else.
Everything
else is worse. The only thing he said, we're good financially.
I can't say that financially we are worse off than we were. Like that, like when Dr. King was finishing up, like his next move, and people really, I say this all the time,
and that's why they killed him.
But people really got to look at this next move and understand, like his next move wasn't to continue to unify per se.
Mm-mm.
His next move was to create economic empowerment within the black community.
Right. Where's our money?
Like that was the next move. So at that point, we're still having the same conversation
mm-hmm.
because he left it there.
Yeah.
Like and there's nothing against him. Like he was assassinated.
Yeah.
So like
by the U.S. government.
Yeah.
He just asked, is there, you don't think that it's more more wealthy black people now?
It's perceived to be that way, but no.
Yeah.
No, the perception is there, but when you look at numbers.
It was just like 6 years ago. It was 13-1.
Let me give you an example for economics, so I can put my mind on this. Because before pre-King, you had things like the Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
You had black insurance companies. You had black banks.
You had everything.
You had an economic power.
We were self-sufficient.
You had an economic power. To say that we're better off without that economic power is crazy to me. Like to say that we're better off now. It don't even make sense because we don't have that no more.
Right.
We don't have our own insurance companies. We don't have our own banks.
We don't have land.
We don't have land, guy.
We did back then. We did then. Like
everything.
One thing that made the Montgomery bus boycott so powerful, and this is what a movement requires, or a boycott to be powerful, is that they could take away things economically to hinder or take money out of their pockets, and this is the and find another way to get to the same location.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't have a way to get to the same location, the boycott would have lasted 2 weeks.
Couple days, yeah. Yep.
But because they did have that, which requires economic empowerment to even have that kind of transportation, because they had that, that's what made the boycott so. That was one of the components that made it so powerful. It wasn't just the fact they said we're not getting on the bus.
Right.
It wasn't just that. I mean, people do that now.
Yeah.
People say we not gonna shop here.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the alternative? So if there's no alternative, that means that the economic empowerment is not there.
Right.
So a boycott is not as effective now. Like when people say boycott the NFL, I'm like, okay, the people that you boycotting are the same people that you support.
Yeah.
Like you
Kind of messed up, man.
I want like you're boycotting football.
Mm-hmm.
His statement to more black millionaires, a lot of them are in sports and entertainment. So you're saying to boycott the one thing that made them a millionaire. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. I'm not saying that people shouldn't boycott. I'm saying that it has to be power behind that, and there's no power behind it. Yeah. When people say don't shop here, it's like, okay, where are we gonna shop?
Right.
With us,
right.
Like where are we gonna buy an Old Navy jacket?
It's hard
from
to
me.
find it. It's hard to find
right.
it.
From me. Right.
It's hard to find that.
So that's what I mean by you can look at the counts all you want to. Of course, the counts may go up because there's more people than they were in the 60s and 70s. Like the world populations went up to whatever it is. You got more people in the United States. Of course, you're going to have a more concentrated, or the ratio may be a little bit higher, but
that percentage is still the same, if not worse.
It's the percentage and the numbers does not support.
Because really, what we're talking about here is systems.
Money. Yeah,
we're talking about systems. So if I created a system where I say, okay, well, I need 98% of this population to succeed, be successful, but I'll allow 2% from another demographic to be successful also. If I just add 1 million people to that system is going to do what it does. Like that 98%, exactly, that 98% is strong. They're still going to be successful, but he's still got 2%. Like, so we didn't really do any better. We just added more people.
Exactly.
That's it.
I mean, to speak to this point, to put some numbers to it.
Yeah.
This is from Pew Research again. Racial gaps in household income still persist. This is in 2004, and these is the median dollars in household income. Guess who at the bottom?
We are.
Guess who? I'm not guess. I'm just gonna tell you. Blacks are at 24,000. Hispanics are at 34,000.
Wait. Let's, because I know I words, so some people may not understand what, some of the lingo that we're using. Basically, in layman's terms, how much money a household has on average, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you're saying in 2004, when this was released, 2014.
Blacks were at
5 years ago.
I'm sorry. Let me go back. Let me reframe this. Let me reframe it again.
Uh-huh.
So from 1967 to 2014. Mm-hmm. In 1967, the racial gaps in household income, the income in 1967 was 24,700. Now it's at 43,000. Hispanics are right there with us. Back in 1967, they were at 34,000. Now it's 43,300. Whites started at 44,700 and are now at 71,000. Asians were at 63,000 and now are at 77,000. So, you know what? What he said has some truth to it. Like, the household income is there.
What was the minimum wage in 1967?
I don't know.
We can look that up real quick.
You want to lead up? You want minimum wage in 1967? Okay.
Yeah.
You got to remember all inflation.
Inflation too.
Inflation.
So you want to look at minimum wage 1967?
Yeah.
Okay. Minimum wage 1967 was $1.15.
Oh
no, $1.40.
And 40 cents.
This is from DOL.gov.
$1.40. Our minimum wage now.
It's what, $8-9?
We'll call it $8.50. So $8 7 times.
I see what you're saying.
7 times what we were making in the 60s. How is that better? Huh? I mean, really.
I can see that. You're
So
right.
in the 60s, we was making $1.40 every hour.
And in the 80s.
And now in the 2000 teens.
Oh, no, you want a minimum wage by race? No, minimum wage is minimum wage. You talking
Yeah,
about
minimum wage.
Ah.
Because an Asian makes the same minimum wage a black does in 1967.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely.
Okay, so now our minimum wage, we're just going to call it $8.50. Of course we're going to make more money.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah. So, I mean, economically.
But we haven't even touched on inflation.
We haven't. We didn't even touch that yet.
So economically, we're not doing better. It's the perception that we're doing better, and that's the difference between pacification and progress.
So explain that, because that
Pacificate. Okay, I'll explain it like this.
pause real quick,
Yeah.
because I want to get his point right.
So
to look at his Carl, you said Carl Lee, Mr. Carl Lee's point.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let this live. This is the median net worth in households in 2014 dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1983, the median net worth for a black person was $12,200. Now it's $11,200. In 1983, the median net worth for white Americans was right at $98,700. Now it's at $144,200.
$144,200.
So it's 13 times greater.
But we're doing better.
We actually did worse. We went down.
Yeah, we went down.
He sees it.
Oh, okay. All right, Carl.
I'm glad you asked that question.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
That was going to be part of our show anyway.
Yeah.
But like really looking at the numbers, you have to like the first thing to me is you have to be honest about where you're at.
Where you're at.
And where we at is where we at. Now, are we going to complain about it and keep marching and boycotting about it? Because we done that.
We did that.
I'm not saying that that's still. I don't want anyone to say that Kevin say that. I don't think it is effective. I think it's a waste of energy. It could be used in another space.
Right.
That's my opinion.
Alexandra Henderson said exactly. The economy has changed, but the prices went up.
So with all that being known, I forgot my point now. But with all that being known, like let's get to this progress and
pacification, civil rights. What was the actual goal for civil rights? Equality? Would we say across the racial demographics?
The
Equality?
Yeah. It's supposed to be.
So that's what we were looking for the return in. Okay, ROI. That's where we're coming with it. Return on investment. Mm-hmm. What we're investing though is what?
What are we investing?
Time, energy.
Okay.
And these are all relative things, as we talked about earlier. They're all relative. But in a vacuum, so we're putting our energy and our time into boycotts, sit-ins, marches, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
With the main goal of equality in mind.
But okay. Okay.
Do we have that? Do we have equality today?
Where?
I think it's the perception of equality.
All right. So we're gonna give y'all some bathrooms.
Well, actually, we do. We do get equality.
Equality where?
Debt.
Yeah, we can even look at that because I think we're behind in debt.
Right.
Or ahead in debt, however you want to look at that.
So
We're gonna give you some bathrooms. We'll give you some water fountains. But we still treating you like animals. We still gonna kill you, bro. Like really, what did we gain though? Where is the equality in all? Like, were our efforts purposeful? Were they worth it?
I can't.
I can't say that they weren't.
I just see.
Rodney King was in the 80s.
Comfort still go like we're comfortable.
We're comfortable because we've been pacified.
And so that's where the pacification.
That's where the pacification is. Because if we made progress, then people in this room would be like, yeah, we're equal. And we would have some empirical data to show that, and we don't.
So let me ask you this then. So does that mean that, do you think that segregation actually killed everything?
Segregation for us was
integration.
Integration. Yeah. Integration for us being the black community, was the cornerstone for our damnation, my opinion. Just like you said before, it made us comfortable in a system that was created for us to not succeed. Okay, no longer do we have black doctors having their own, practices. We don't have black grocery stores. We don't have black dentists. We don't have black cleaners. So we're not self-sufficient anymore, right?
Yeah. I mean, because if you look at the Black Wall Street, it was about being self-sufficient.
It was about self-sufficiency.
And you had multiple Black Wall Streets.
Yeah,
not just one. You had
not just
multiple.
one. We just talk about the one in Oklahoma.
Yeah,